scared, love stricken. Thank you, Ms. Babson, for your kind words, not just now, but every day in my classroom. Thank you, FBE, for selecting me as an outstanding Butler teacher. And a massive thanks to all the families and my students that I've been lucky enough to teach. While the students come to my class every day to learn, I am the one learning from them each and every day. Jen Brish, Abby Default, Kate Bender, Jen Pressey, Megan Salmonson, Molly Quinn, I can't thank you enough for helping me learn how to teach first grade and always answering my many, many questions. Thank you, Gina Archipretty, for listening, and don't worry, it gets better. Mae Green, Lisa Hartfelt, and Jason Popiano, thank you for everything you do. Jason, if you're here, go Phillies. Thank you to my siblings, and of course my mom, who was probably as surprised by this award as she was when I told her I was going to be a teacher in the third place. Thank you, coffee, video games, donuts, and Lego. You've all helped me through some very long days. And last but certainly not least, thank you to my amazing wife. Lauren, thank you so much for your support, your kindness, and how you've always been there for me. I love you, Paul and I. My path to becoming a teacher is not one where I was growing up and I loved school and always knew I wanted to be a teacher. During my K-12 years, I did my best to go to school as little as possible. That is a fact. Fake story roads, fake stomach aches, you name it, I had it. My chosen career was not actually education. Some people have a calling, but that wasn't for me, so I decided to become an accountant. And I was pretty all right at it, but after a while, I'm like, this just isn't me. I was too creative, and creative accountants usually end up in jail. So I then spent some time in the luxurious and glamorous field of retail management. And there I lingered for far too long until I decided I was going to go back to school and get my master's and be an elementary school teacher. My mom was shocked, knowing how well I really did not want to go to school as a child. What I realized is that I really haven't been teaching all that long. I only received my professional license a couple years ago, and ever since then people have asked me, why did you become a teacher? So I have three answers. There's the joke answer that I would say first, and I say, for the accolades and the large paycheck. Well, I need to take out that accolades part. The answer I would then give is, I had some very influential teachers, which is true, but perhaps not in the way one would expect. The real answer, though, is the one I'm going to share with you now. And the real answer is kindness. Kindness is why I wanted to be a teacher. From all of my K-12 education, 4 stories stick out in my career. Just 4. That's right, 4. In second grade, I had this awesome purple outfit. Pants, shirt, I love the color purple. Wore it to school, and it's the 80s, so purple is okay. Head to toe. Kids started to make fun of me. They teased me, they called me a great ape, all these names. I never wore that outfit again. Didn't wear purple for at least another 30 years. In third grade, I was reading a kid's version of Tom Sawyer. It was a really hot afternoon. I was reading out loud to the class. The teacher, I swear, I think she fell asleep. That's okay. I was reading forever. I got to this one part, and I read it. It's about a character jumping out of it, Tom and Becky, and the class gasped. And I was like, oh, I can speak English very well. And then after one of my friends gave me, she was like, Jason, you did such a great job reading. And I was like, that made me so proud. It was such a kind moment that I felt special. I felt acknowledged. In 4th grade, I had a music teacher who, while I love music, told me, Jason, I love your enthusiasm, but just stand in the back and mouth the words. In 7th grade, that was probably my toughest year. I had an English teacher who every time I made a mistake, every time I wasn't sure about the answer, he would yell at me, get in my face. He would call me intentionally by the wrong last name. And I can still hear his words, Tavares then in 209. And no matter how many times I asked him, please call me by the right name, he wouldn't. Those 4 stories why I became a teacher. Only one of them is an act of kindness. Each and every student should have a long list of stories that feature kindness. Only one out of 4. My goal each and every year is to be the kindest that my students have. My goal is to fill them with skills and stories, not just about math and reading and science, but about kindness. If students leave me having learned nothing other than being kind or being more kind than when they started, I call it a successful year. I've always loved this book. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. That's the greatest lesson I can teach my students. Now, before some music starts playing and plays me off the stage, I'm going to issue you all some challenges. Next time you see someone who looks different than you, has different hair, clothes, skin color, remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Next time you say or want to say or post something that will be hurtful, remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. If someone's from a different culture or their beliefs, preferences, or ideals are different than yours, remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And last, the next time you see yourself as anything other than an amazing individual who can do anything that you set your mind to, remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind to yourself. Thank you.